Hi guys, I'm Megan Brightwood and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how I've been curling my hair recently. This is a video that I've done right before I took a pretty long break, and the method that I'm using is so much different than the last time. The last time I used a straight iron and I did more of a casual sort of curling look, and this time, since it's winter, I want to do something a little bit more dressy, a little bit more glamorous, I guess, without being, you know, too crazy. But yeah, so this is the curling method that I'm using, and I really like it. It takes about 10 minutes. It's amazing. Love it. Let's hop into it. So of course, the day that I decide that I want to film how I've been curling my hair doesn't look too bad for having slept on it, but I'm still gonna do it. And so the curling iron that I have been using is the GHD 1-inch curling wand. I have used this for years. I don't even know when I purchased this, but I really like it. It works very well for me. So yes, this is the one that I am using. And to start out with, I'm going to grab my little slip skinny scrunchie here and kind of go right over my ears and just draw a line to the back of my head. And I'm going to go ahead and put all of this up in just a little bit of a messy bun kind of thing. It doesn't really matter, I just want it out of the way. And then I'm going to take the remaining hair and split it into two so that I have kind of a little bit easier, so it's a little easier to work with. So starting with one section, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that there aren't any tangles, and then I'm going to spritz just a little bit of this Philip B thermal protection spray on it. This is just a little sample size, but I am going to be purchasing the full-size version. I really like it. It has a very nice scent to it. It seems to leave my hair much shinier than when it started, and it protects your hair. So yeah, lots of things to love about that product, and I'm really excited to get the full-size version as well. So I'm maybe gonna wait until the sample is out and then purchase it, but yeah, I really like it. So I'm gonna go ahead with my curling iron, kind of go right down towards the bottom and roll it up on these bottom layers. So I have 3 layers that I'm going to be doing. I don't always go all the way up on the bottom 2 layers. I will do that for the top ones, but for the bottom, I don't really care. So I hope that made sense. I'm just going to go in and go towards the bottom, roll it up, and I am keeping the iron fairly flat as well, leaving just a few inches up at the top, holding for about 7 seconds, and then releasing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing on this side, and I am going to be curling everything towards the back of my face, or back of my head, I guess. So it's all going one way. This seems to be what I'll do in the winter. I like things a little bit more uniform for some reason, a little dressier, and I feel like these curls do have that look to them. They're a little bit more of a classic, kind of a ringlet sort of, almost Victorian inspired curl, and I really like it. So we're gonna go ahead and do this last section here, and I do like to do just 4 sections on the bottom. Some people might like it a little bit of a thicker curl, some people might like a little more of a thin curl. Doesn't really matter to me. This is just how I do it. So yeah, now that that's done, I'm going to take this scrunchie out and then kind of go about halfway between that last section so that I have a little crown part here and then a little bit larger of a middle section usually, but yeah, get this out of my way. And I do like using the skinny scrunchies for this. I've tried using clips before and I just can't get the hang of it. So I usually go for a hair tie, but these I feel like don't break your hair as much as the hair ties do. So I've really been enjoying that. Otherwise, sometimes I'll use a big claw clip to get it out of my face, but I do like the scrunchies. So, yep, I'm gonna go ahead and spray. And then for this section, I'm actually gonna start at the back. It's a little bit easier for me to keep track of the pieces that I've done if I start at the back and work my way forward. So once again, I'm leaving a few inches to my root here out of the curling iron, holding it for about 7 seconds and releasing. So I'm just gonna work my way forward here. Until I reach the front of my face. So very, very basic, but I really do like how these curls turn out. There we go. And the last section here. Bring it on up. And leaving this extra little bit right towards the root here, it seems to help my hair kind of lay better. I don't have a ton of volume up on top, so that if I do go all the way up to my scalp, it lays funny for me. So yeah, not a big fan of that look, but if I give just a little bit of space, that seems to really even everything out. Once again, starting at the back and then working my way forward. I'm just gonna do these last couple sections here and then I will show you how I do the top. It's very, very similar, but just a little bit different. So yeah, I do want to talk a little bit about that before just letting you go here. So now that those bottom 2 sections are done, I'm gonna go ahead and take out my scrunchie completely and find my part so that the hair is on both sides. And this time I'm going to kind of do the same motions. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that there aren't any tangles in here and then give it a little spritz with my heat protection spray. Make sure that all of that is dispersed. And then for this part, I'm actually gonna go back and start from the front and go towards the back because I wanna make sure that this front piece in particular is the way I want it. So I'm gonna go ahead with this and I'm gonna go all the way up my hair so that it kind of becomes parallel with the ground. And this gives it a little bit of volume, but it still lays nice. So there we go. And then go ahead and repeat on these 2 sections as well, going all the way to the top of the hair. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this last little section here. And like I said, everything is going away from my face. I kind of go back and forth on what I like with that. If I like it kind of to be a little bit more random so that I have some pieces going backwards, some going forward. It just, I don't know, it just depends on my mood. And it seems like during the winter, the colder months, I do like things to be a little bit more uniform, and during the summer, I kind of switched it up a little bit. So I don't know why it is, but that's just how I do it. So we've got one more piece here. And then the curling wand can go away. So, and this really does not take me very long. In fact, I've left the recording on my camera going. I've never timed it before, but I'm at like 10 minutes right now. So not too bad. And with little kids around, speed is key. So love that. I'm gonna put this down and then I'm gonna finish up with just a little bit of dry shampoo. So the dry shampoo that I'm using is the same one that I have used for years. I kind of go through different phases on the scents, but it is the Batiste Instant Hair Refresh Dry Shampoo. This one is in the scent Wild, Sassy and Daring Wild. This is the one with the little leopard print on it. It's very nostalgic for me, but I'm just gonna spritz a little bit right in my scalp here. My part. There we go. So yeah, just a little bit in there, and then I just kind of work that in just on the top so that it kind of breaks up my curls a little bit without just completely obliterating them. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So that is basically what I have been doing with my hair. I've really been enjoying it. It goes really fast. It's super easy, simple. I've really been liking it. So I hope you guys do too. And if you do have any comments or questions, suggestions for other videos, certainly let me know in the comment section down below. I'm gonna try to get to as many as possible. And as for right now, I'm gonna get going and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.